Hello, everyone. Welcome to our Scaling New Heights App Academy. We're so excited that you're here. Just going to give it a couple of minutes while we let people in. We do have a big crowd today joining us, so it's very exciting to have you all here. Following up after Scaling New Heights, whether you went or not, it was a great event. Loved connecting with everybody in the ecosystem. So I'm your host, Amy Keenan, and I will be doing the brief intro and housekeeping. Yes, this is going to be recorded. Yes, we will send out the recording to all those that register and or attend. We also just want to briefly talk a little bit about our Be Insightful membership. If you haven't heard of it, maybe you are a member already. We're so glad that you are. Hopefully you're joining all the tracks and trainer sessions that we have each month, but it's a great community. It's a great way to get CPE. It's a great way to build up your skills and practice and learn from the best in the ecosystem. So if you want to learn more about Be Insightful, let us know. We'll send you some more information, because if you do register, if you do become a member, you'll be entered in to win a cruise. Yes, a cruise that we will be setting sail July 19th of next year. And you'll see the information here on the slide. So stay tuned for more information on that if you are interested. So thank you so much. To wrap it all up for today, we have Steve from Arrive. Hi, Steve, you have arrived.
I have arrived. We are here.
Are you ready to wrap up our Scaling New Heights App Academy?
I am ready to do it.
All
Yeah,
right,
thank you.
I'll let you take it away.
Screen share and everything is good.
Yes, you are good to
All
go.
right. So I think we've just seen everything that's wrong with the industry. We, as accountants, are fragmented. Our whole process here is every click counts. And that's what we're trying to get across to an industry who, in our opinion, has been neglected and a little bit misserved by the accounting software. What's happening right now with fragmentation is we're having a hard time hiring because people, good quality talent, don't want to come into old, antiquated systems. So our talent shortage is here. The ability to train somebody is drastically more difficult because we have to teach them multiple different software platforms. And retention is difficult, keeping staff happy and also employees happy and your clients. So my background, just so you guys know before we get into this, I built one of the largest online bookkeeping and accounting companies in the country. I've scaled $6 million worth of accounting revenue. I've touched thousands of accounting customers and clients, and I understand what the pain points are at a very, very micro level and detail. What we're doing here at Arrive is to ensure that we can actually enhance the accounting industry. We can make sure that we could make up the 15 years that we've been lagging in technology and integration, and we could defragment what's going on here, because there is no way for us to be able to go into the future of accounting with the fragmentation that currently exists inside the market. So what you're looking at right here is our dashboard. As a high level, we have rebuilt 54 different pieces of software to put them into one. Yes, how can you do that is the common question we get. Jack of all trades, master of none is a common question that we get. If you take a look at every single feature in our platform, it's more than a feature, it's a process. We've been able to streamline the entire accounting process from A to Z. And by doing so, we're able to 10x the productivity of the workforce. Our private equity arm has acquired $12 million worth of accounting revenue. Everybody's running on this system as a software. And at this point, we're pushing out the software to the accounting industry so everybody could experience the 50 to 80% margins that we're able to experience on our side. So when we're going to go through quickly here is a massive efficiency tool. And that's what we need to look at. It's rebuilding the infrastructure of the accounting industry. Front and center is our dashboard. This is where everything is being stored. This is where you, as the firm owner, or each one of our staff and personnel, also has access to see what their workflow looks like on a daily basis. So you're getting a snapshot of all your tasks. You're able to see everybody's performance individually inside your organization. And you can even search down performance based off of specific services or tasks that were created. So you can see just bookkeeping or anything else like that. The to-do list gets populated in here. Again, task-based system. We should have all seen this before. There's a couple of software companies out there that do so. This is your task-based system. You could search by anybody that you want. I'll pull up mine, and this is my to-do list for the day of what I need to be working on. Ava is a center point of our entire company, and I'm going to walk you through a little bit as to why Ava is a center point and how we've been able to become the center point. Because we handle 100% of the information that goes on inside an accounting firm, we now have the ability to do a lot more automation than what's typically available today. So Ava is going to be handling at the micro level the oversight of the firm. If this task is not completed by the end of today, it's going to be past due. If this task here is all your past due tasks for either an individual or you could see it holistically for the entire firm. So you're understanding everything that's going on. Communication, we have 12-hour response times. We think that every customer of every accounting firm should be responded to within 12 hours. So we're pushing up SLAs to make sure that everyone's communicating with their customers and staying up to date with their customers. And then you get some general firm overview. This is a very robust platform, so I'm going to stay extremely high level. We could go into each feature. If you take a look here, we are literally task management, document management, report generation. We're a full communication platform. We handle phone, text, email, direct messaging all throughout our platform. We have Ava, which is our intelligence that's layered on top of everything. We're a full service, billing, task, time and entry, and we could connect inside QuickBooks and tax software from here as well. So it's robust. It's a lot to dig into. For today, I want to give the overview of everything that we are so everybody fully understands. When you take a look at what we should be working on, right, and you break it down to a task level, every single task inside our system has action items, fully customizable, whatever you need to do. I want to also let you guys understand that onboarding is not your issue, it's our issue. We understand if you're coming off of 5 different software platforms, we need to make it as efficient as possible for you to get onto the Arrive platform. The same team that onboards companies that we buy from the private equity arm is the same team that's coming on premises to you to make sure we could get all the information from point A into Arrive and make sure that we have it all structured and streamlined inside here and set up for you. We're also training your staff to do so as well. So part of what we're going to do is walk through your services, walk through what tasks are we doing, what action items do we need to create inside these tasks to make sure that you have a lot of standardization and processes embedded into your system. Communication is at the center point of everything that we touch. So you have the ability to direct message, email, phone call, text message right out of the system. Obviously, we're talking to clients while we're doing work. Typically, while we're working on a task is when we need to communicate with them, which is why, as I said in the beginning, every click counts. We're eliminating the need to jump out of the platform to then communicate, to then come back into the platform. Everything's done and facilitated right through here. You have a full communication system built out into the system, into our infrastructure here, along with everybody who you want to add to your contact list. The task managements get run in our system. The document storage is a big feature here. We are creating documents, but we're also chasing documents. So not just asking for check stubs for May or a bank statement for May when we're doing accounting work, but not only will we create the document request also is automated when you get down to tax 1040 and some business tax returns, but manual document requests that we need in the system in order to provide the services to our customer base are being chased and followed up. So you now have the ability to set it, email goes out to the client, text message goes out to the client, Ava will start to chase on your behalf. We're not customer facing Ava to anybody. So Ava's going to go in, hey, it's Steve. I just wanted to follow up. Can you provide me the bank statement for May of 2025? And she's going to continue to chase. She'll change timing. She'll hit them in the morning. They'll hit them in the afternoon. She'll hit them through text message, through email. She'll validate every possible way. And then if we still can't get the document and she's still not able to get the document uploaded for you, she'll go ahead and she'll put a task on your calendar to go ahead and call that client so that you now know that one of your tasks is to call that client to communicate with them. You'll see here when a document gets uploaded, it's notifying whoever the person is that's using the platform. Everybody understands this document is here, and now I can go ahead and view the document and start to work on it. So we're really looking at every aspect, like I said, from A to Z is what we're accomplishing here and what we're being able to take care of. Communication is another big part. So inside the communication platform of our system, you have everything segmented out, right? We have many open topics and open conversations with our customers, and it's not all straightforward. Emails come in, we have to figure out, does this email pertain to the IRS notice? Is it for the missing check stubs? Is it about their refund that they were communicating with us? So we have the ability to store and segment, and you can listen to every phone call, every text message you could read, every email you could read, every direct message. External, to your customer. And also you could leverage this internally so that your staff can continue to communicate on this topic without the client seeing the communication as well. Again, billing, time and entry, because we know every phone call that you're making, we know every task that you're working on, we have the ability to auto track time. So at the end of every day, everybody that's using the platform will get time entry being automatically added for them. And then they could just click in here, edit the time, make any adjustments that they need to make, and continue to build and track their time. And then we're a full billing platform. So you have full access to all your billing, your collections, everything is sitting in here. Reporting, you could generate any report that you need in here. You have your whole WIP in here. So you could look at your WIP and run all your reports as needed in here as well. I want to hit a couple of things. Because we have everything in one place and because everything's now standardized and we've been able to remove the need for all these different fragmented solutions, you now actually truly have the ability to layer in automation, where in the past you're leveraging Zapier or some of these other tools to be able to try and connect platforms together. We have every piece of data that's necessary to continue to automate, and that's why we release Ava. So Ava comes into the platform. Ava is connected here into your QuickBooks file. So QuickBooks Online comes into here. She's aggregating the transactions right now, and now is where you're going to be able to see here all the transactions that are sitting in QuickBooks that need to be worked on. Again, every click counts. I'd rather you start to reconcile or clear some transactions from this level. Ava does a lot more than reconciling. She's also recommending. We're not going to lean on and rely on ChatGPT to be recommending things to us. I think that's a disaster and a recipe for disaster. I think what's going to end up happening in the industry is us as accounting professionals need to maintain our level of standard. That's why everything that you see in this system, we have about 200 algorithms built out. The last business that I built had 5,732 algorithms. So this is going to be heavily algorithmic with a layered level of intelligence on top of it. And then the AI could actually sit on top of algorithms to keep them aligned and keep them trained. If you let any system come in and try and leverage AI or call themselves agents and try and leverage agentic into your platform, it's not going to work. You're going to get awful results and there's no standardization. So the only way to possibly do this is to streamline the entire process, embed out the detailed level of algorithms, and then layer the agentic AI component on top of it, which is what our model is. So we now know that this Home Depot charge came through. The client, Blue Sky, is actually a law firm. So we actually have the ability here to understand that the law firm for Home Depot, you'll start to see it's 90% of the time repairs and maintenance, 10% of the time shareholder distribution. We run a whole bunch of algorithms behind the scene to validate which ones are going to be selected here and where we can suggest, and then we'll go ahead and push it. That's now reconciling. It's clearing the transaction inside QuickBooks. And again, we're only 200 functions in out of what will probably be 5 or 10,000 as we continue to build and enhance inside here. The other feature that we have that I'll just touch on quickly is you could track clients. So we could ask Ava, when was the last time I worked on a client? She'll let you know the exact date and the last transaction that was reconciled inside the account. Ava's tracking QuickBooks, monitoring QuickBooks bank linkings, notifying you if a bank account unlinks, and we'll also be able to attempt to, if she can, reconnect that bank account for us. And tax preparation is the last item here. So here, if I go to Blue Sky, I'll go ahead and prompt Ava to complete. She's going into QuickBooks. She's getting the final closed down financial statement and trial balance. And you could see here, hopefully here, behind the scenes, yep, inside UltraTax preparing the tax return for you on your behalf. So it's going through everything here. She's going through the processing. You'll start to see her flash, which means she's completed. And then when she does that, you'll end up getting all of your warnings or critical errors inside the platform. So in this case, retained earnings was out of balance, net operating income here, and your Schedule L probably is out of balance also, is my assumption. So she has all those functions to do. So this is the very base level introductory. The way that we roll out the platform, we focus heavily on onboarding, getting our team online, embedded inside your organization to create the best processes and tasks in the system. We migrate all your information over into here. Then after you're running on the platform, and yes, we're checking for 90 days. We want to make sure usage by every single team member. We want to make sure everyone's using the platform correctly. We then release Ava. If we release Ava to you before 90 days, you're just going to run into Ava and play with her, and you're not going to utilize the true value of the platform, which is everything else on the left-hand side. After you're running and operating on Ava for 90 days, you're going to see massive increases in efficiency. You're going to start seeing a lot of bandwidth free up with the staff. That's when we release the marketing solution. So start to drive more customers into your door so that we can then really fuel the entire ecosystem. That is Arrive as a whole. That's the fastest I've ever been able to do it. And I would love to be able to talk to you guys a little bit more in detail. It's a robust platform. So my recommendation is go to arrive.accountants, book a demo, and let's talk about specific features that you're feeling pain points in so we could showcase a lot more detail.
Hey, Steve, this is awesome. We do have a question for you.
Please, yeah, load them up.
All right. Do you work with Xero, Intact, NetSuite, and Acumatica as well?
We are into QuickBooks Online right now. Xero is coming within the next probably 30 days. My first business actually built a Xero first. And then based off of what the users and everybody on our platform really want to see, we'll go ahead and continue to integrate. We need features, just so you guys know, like Q&A. I'm glad that we could do Q&A here. Load up your questions because the best thing for us to do is understand and then grab a roadmap so we can continue to build for you.
Yeah, that's great. Those are other great ecosystems to be in, that's for sure.
Yep.
Any
Awesome.
other questions? Feel free to put them in the chat or the Q&A and we can answer them now, or we can obviously get back to you. And you can also reach out to all of our presenters today with your questions after the fact. We will be sending out the recording too. So
I'll have one. I just want to hit one other thing here
sure.
is just because we're big on the industry and we're big on how we're approaching everything. Our target here is to put 100 customers onto the platform. We don't want to be one of these software providers that have 2 months to get you onboarded. This is a completely different look and feel. We truthfully don't even consider ourselves a software company. I think that we're really looking at revamping the industry, more of a consulting systems processes role. The software just so happens to automate the ideal process, and we could see the automation here. But what we're looking for, just to make sure that we are clear, we want 100 of the top customers onto our platform that see it, they get the vision, they're looking to grow, they're looking to scale, and they're willing to take a little bit of the lift up front to get it done. So that's one key item that most people ask, what's the lift look like? Yes, we're handling it, but there's a commitment on both sides, and we understand it's a big undertaking. That's why we're looking to go deep with 100 customers.
All right. Well, thank you.
All right.
I guess that wraps up our Scaling New Heights App Academy. So thank you everyone for joining us today. We truly do appreciate it. And again, stay tuned for the recording. So have a great day all.